he said to me, so you believe Jesus is God? I said, yeah. And he said, and you believe that Jesus died on the cross for your sins? I said, yeah. He said, so you believe God died? And it's like, you know, the lights went on, the penny dropped, you know, it was just a moment where I just suddenly realized that everything I had been taught as a Christian made absolutely no sense whatsoever. But no one had ever spelled it out for me. There it is. If you believe Jesus is God, and if you believe Jesus died on the cross, you believe God died. And I knew that I didn't believe in a God that could be killed. I didn't believe in a God that dies. I realized I didn't believe that God died on the cross, because God is the ever-living who never dies. And then I just realized that the whole doctrine of Christianity was falsehood.
Now, for someone saying, you know, that's a lot of confusion here. All these religions making the claim that they're the truth. And they say, what? I don't want to follow any organized religion. I still believe in God. I'm going to do good. I'm not going to hurt nobody. You kind of fell in that trapping, and you started to take from here, take from there. What do you got to advise someone who's going down that path?
You know, I mean, say for example, you had a disease. Yeah, you had a disease. And, you know, you have a bad experience with one doctor. And you have a bad experience with that doctor because, you know, he's a bad doctor. He was pretending to be qualified and he wasn't. Say he was lying about his qualifications. Or maybe he was a qualified doctor, but he was claiming that he had a skill in some area which he didn't have. Does that mean you're just going to give up on medicine? Does that mean you're going to give up on it altogether and just, like, you know, do a bit of witchcraft and a bit of voodoo and a bit of acupuncture and, you know, and just mix it all up? You know, you're not going to do that, right?
No.
You're going to realize that it's not medicine that's at fault. It was this doctor who was lying about some aspect, and it's your fault for not checking him out properly. You just accepted what everyone else said, but God's given you a brain. You know, you've got the reasoning ability. You can check out this person's qualifications. You can see for yourself and think for yourself, is this true or is this not true? So just to claim that, you know, you don't like organized religions, I mean, you know, there's lots of things we don't like, you know, but not liking it has got nothing to do with whether it's the truth or not. The only question is this: did God reveal the Quran? Is Muhammad the messenger of God? Is Islam the way of life that God has ordained for human beings? You've got a simple choice. You either follow that or you go to hell. That's what you need to deal with. Is Islam true or not? If you can prove to yourself in your heart, in your deepest heart of heart, and you can prove to me that it's not true, that's it. It's between you and God. Right? But just to make claims like that is just nonsense. You think a person who says something like that just thinks they're making their life easy. They want to, as we say, you want to eat the cake and keep the cake. You can't keep the cake and eat the cake, right? You know, the moment you take a bite of it, a piece of it is missing. Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
You can't have both.
You can't.
You can't. So, but people want that. I believe in God. I'm a good person. They say, you know, whatever, right? And that's it. They want to have the advantages of believing in God, but they don't want to take any of the responsibility that comes with it. And the responsibility that comes with believing in God is that you follow God's commandments, you follow God's guidance, you follow the religion that God has revealed. The Quran says, show me any book that says do what you like. Show me any book, any guidance from God that says do what you like. It doesn't exist. Okay? And if you think that's what religion is about, you just invent your own religion. You'll end up just doing whatever you feel like. So the point is that, you know, there was a philosopher, a Roman philosopher, his name was Cicero. He said that the only way to true freedom is by submitting yourself to laws. It's only by submitting yourself to laws that you're able to find true freedom. Because that's the nature of the human being. We are limited. And because we're limited, we need structure, we need organization, we need rules, right? Imagine you said you lived in a country and you said, I don't believe in organized law. I don't believe in an organized country. I'm going to take what I like and leave what I don't like. I'm going to do what I feel like and don't do what I feel like. Imagine everyone did that in America. You'd have chaos, right? Why is religion any different? Why should it be any different? That the way you live your life and in respect to God, why should it not be ordered? Why should it not be structured? Why should it not be organized? You want to make a cake, right? You have to put the ingredients in the right way, in the right order. If you don't put the ingredients in the right way, in the right order, it doesn't work. The cake doesn't rise, it doesn't taste right, it's all lumpy. It's the recipe. So God has given us a recipe for success. That recipe is from His perfect knowledge. He has given us laws which we live by, and the truth is, if we submit to the laws of God, then we will find the true freedom. The true freedom comes from submitting oneself to God, not by submitting yourself to your desires. And this is the thing, the devil has fooled people into thinking that you can do what you like and you're free. No, that's not the case. Because you're not free, you're only now a slave to your desires. It's only now your desires are telling you do this and do that. Doing what you want means obeying my whims and my desires. So you become a slave to your desires. And who is more astray than a person who is a slave to their passions and their desires? Who is more astray? No one's more astray than that. Okay, so this claim that, I don't want to follow or organize a religion, blah, 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 there's no logic in that. There's no rationale in that. It's just pure desires. That's all it is. And it will lead nowhere and will never lead to any modicum of happiness or success in life.